Hey y'all, I am sitting out on the terrace doing the crochet. Right now I'm working on some letters for my jersey. I just posted a reel of the jersey that I made for my friend. It was fun to make. I made another one. I made it in the day. But now I'm making letters and numbers to put on that jersey. I wanted to do a quick rant to you guys. So I finished my degree for Nurse Practitioner back in 23. I didn't sit for my boards until 25 January of this year because I had a lot going on. I was not able to study. I got test anxiety. So I kind of pushed it off until I just needed to take it. And I passed. I passed it in January, but I didn't apply for my Virginia license, practicing license, until April. So all that to say, I didn't get a job where I was still living in Florida, where I had plenty of opportunities to get one because I had connections. I didn't get one in Florida because there was no need to start working in Florida if I was going to move to Virginia in less than 6 months. So I moved to Virginia, been actively searching for nurse practitioner jobs. Currently I'm working in the RN role at a really sweet gig, but I want to work as a nurse practitioner. Life is life and finances is financing. And one, I want to grow in my career, and two, I just want to make more money to do more things with my family. So all that to say, I've been on this hunt, this job hunt, and since being here, I've had 4 interviews. One over Zoom, where the guy was pretty straightforward with me. It was a GI clinic, GI clinic, and he wanted someone that was experienced because he was in his practice by himself, and he wanted someone that can just kind of pick up and go, which that wasn't me because one, I'm new. My specialty is really cardiology because that's what I have most experience in and I'm most comfortable in. So didn't get that one. The other one was a cardiology clinic, and it would have been a great fit. It was like 10 minutes down the road from my house. But that was my second interview with them. I did one while I was still in Florida. Well, the freaking people gave me the same response that they gave me when I was in Florida. Oh, we want you to work with us, but right now we have to put this position on hold. Turns out they just hired somebody else last time. This time I'm like, if it's the same thing, take me out of the running. Don't waste my time. And then I did another one for internal medicine office, and the doctor was really nice, staff was really nice, never heard back. And then I did one for what I thought was like a weight loss clinic. It wasn't a weight loss clinic, it was a different clinic that was connected to it, which is all fair and dandy, but they wanted to hire me without meeting the doctor that I was going to work under, shadowing the doctor to see what they even did, and without health insurance in what world. Now, could I get on my husband's insurance? Sure. But that's more of a process that I don't feel like going through, especially for a job that I don't even know what it is. So while I'm grateful to have had that offer, which I still don't even know what they were going to offer to pay me, that wasn't going to work out for me. So now I'm left to put more applications in. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted, but the journey's not easy. I have to remind myself to not get in my head, like get overexcited about a position that I don't even have, just because it's close. It works out for the schedule for my family, like all these things. I can't get too excited for it because maybe that's not my journey. I'm not sure, but yeah, so I'm here. I don't dislike this job. It's actually really nice. I just have to drive far to get here, and I'm not able to help pick up and drop off my kids, which I want to do. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on the journey, road to a nurse practitioner job, and yeah. But now I'm just honestly all that talking and all I did was change. So yeah, that's all I got. How's y'all day going? Are you in between looking for jobs, advancing your career? If so, tell me how that's going. Is crochet your hobby? Is crochet your career? Yeah. Hey y'all, I'm back. 2 things. Don't mind my hair. She's struggling here. And don't mind the wind. Hopefully it's not too loud. Last time we talked, we were talking about my job search and how that was going. I did get an email back to set up a phone interview, like screening. So that'll either be tomorrow or Friday, but nothing else back from the other way, like the 11 that I did yesterday. Anyways, when I left you, we were working on letters from my jersey, and I was working on the E. I was able to complete the whole E. So now I have a M, a I, a C. No, M, I, C, H, E, and L. So those will all go on the back of my jersey. Back at work. 1 second. Okay. The last time you saw me on the phone with the over-the-phone interview, it went great. It is a new position for this entire massive practice. So we'll see if they want someone brand new. And then I have an interview set up for tomorrow at 3:30 for a different office, but it's an hour away from my house, which I'm not excited about. But at this point, if I can get it and it's good, I'm taking it. So that's the update I have for today. I'll keep you guys posted. Hey y'all, so it's Friday. I didn't crochet anything at work today. It was a busy day. But before I leave work, I wanted to let y'all know that I did in fact get the job. Hello guys. So I'm coming to you at the end of this video to kind of wrap it all up, tie it all in. I do have notes on my phone that I'll be reading off of just to kind of keep my thoughts together. So far you've seen me talk about a few interviews that I've done. You saw me on the phone with one of the interviewers, and then I told you that I went and did those 2 interviews that week. Well, fast forward to a couple months later, I have successfully gotten my DEA and my NPI number. And those are the 2 things that I needed to start the job that I actually wanted. I'm gonna say that throughout this journey of getting my NP degree, license, and now a job, so many nurses have said to me on different occasions and in different settings that, oh, that's not for me. I wouldn't get that degree. I know too many nurses who are nurse practitioners and they still work as a nurse for one reason or another. Everybody's journey is different and everybody's story is theirs. I originally decided to get my nurse practitioner degree because I worked in an ICU where every whatever months, July, whatever the case may be, we would have new residents start on the unit. These patients were still the same sickness, some of them sicker than others, and the residents were new. Nurses like us, we had been on this unit for a while and we knew just like the regular things that you do to watch for these patients who could not do well or do great. And so you would go up to these residents and say, hey, I need you to put in orders for this, that, and the third so that we can keep track of this. Or, hey, this has happened to the patient. Can you order this drug? You're basically training them. And you don't want them to go to the doctor every single time because they want to also seem like they know what they're doing. And so you're kind of just helping them get along in that journey of figuring it out themselves. So with doing all of that, I'm like, I want to get paid to do this, to basically treat these patients. Halfway through my program, I thought, I don't want to be in anybody's ICU. And then my mom passed away. My mom was the driving force for everything that I did because I wanted to prove to her that she raised me right, that her section in my life is what helped raise me, alongside my grandmother, of course. But I wanted her to know, like, hey, you raised me right. So when she passed away, I kind of just was like, do I finish? Do I not? I was already halfway through. About halfway through, I finished all the coursework. It was just the clinicals that was left. So I stopped travel nursing. I went back and completed my clinicals, had a really good experience. And then life hit me, had my kids, as I've already said this earlier in the video. But ultimately, I am now ready to work as a nurse practitioner. And again, it is my journey, it is my story, and I am proud of it, and I am excited to go into this job. But I do want to cover the interviews that happened. So I was on the phone with that lady for that job, and it was for interventional radiology, a nurse practitioner role in interventional radiology, which is like, great. I've been in interventional radiology for the past 2 years, done it a year prior to that. Great. I've worked with amazing physician assistants who do procedures all day long, and a nurse practitioner who runs the unit basically. And I was like, oh, I can do that. Well, I go in. Well, I didn't hear from them for a long time, and I thought that was out of the water and probably never hear from them again because my schedule conflictions. And then I got an email from them saying, hey, we want to schedule an interview. Finally had some time, some space, whatever. So I scheduled it, and I went. And I went knowing that I had already got this other job that I'll talk about in a second. But I just wanted the experience, and I wanted to network and see kind of what else was out there. I go to the interview. The original guy that I met with was really nice, really sweet, very communicative, asked me a bunch of questions. And then when I met with the doctor, it was kind of like flat. And I was like, those never go well when the conversation just drops flat, because they kind of look at you and the first couple words you say, in my opinion, is what carries the interview. And for some people, it doesn't matter what you say. It just is whether they, I don't even know how the doctors decide, because they don't have time to really sort through this detail and this detail to say, oh, this person might be good. It's off like first meeting basis for them. And so the interview went really well, and I did get offered the job. But the reason why I turned it down is because their nurse practitioners only put in central lines, ports. You're putting in ports all day long because it's an outpatient and inpatient facility. You're putting in ports in the outpatient facility, which is a lot of your time. And then in inpatient, you're putting in central line and hemodialysis catheters. I think they didn't even mention the inpatient side, but they told me I would not be doing biopsies. I would not be doing anything else other than ports, basically. And I'm like, well, I'm too new of a nurse practitioner to niche down that bad and only have experience doing ports. No note writing, no following the patient's care all the way through, seeing big pictures, none of that. It's ports. And I'm like, that's not going to work for my long-term goal, which, to be fair, it's not very clear, but I know I don't want to be in interventional radiology for the rest of my life. So I went with the other job. I'm not going to mention what the job is because I don't want to be found. And not that I think anybody watching this video is going to find me. I just have some privacy that I like to keep within my personal life, and so I won't say what the job is or the name of it. But I will say, I did mention that this job was far away. When I did the calculation, I realized that I am driving, that there and back will be a little less than what I drive now for half of the miles. A lot less traffic. And I would get home at 4:30 instead of 6 and 6:30. So that's a big difference and gives me more time at home with my kids or to do things around the house and I won't have an off day anymore. So it's not like I can catch up on stuff on my off day. I won't have off days. So that amount of time will matter. The doctor for this facility, this clinic, is and was amazing in the interview. When I think back to what is the one thing that I want to get out of starting as a nurse practitioner, it doesn't matter the specialty, it is strictly support. I want to feel supported. I remember being a new nurse or even a nurse practitioner student and just feeling like you're in the way. Like if you don't ask the right questions, they don't think you need to be in this space because it's not your area. I don't want to feel like I'm in the way. And throughout the entirety of this hour-long interview, the doctor basically proved to me that that is not going to be my story. Very supportive. Not a crazy amount of patients to be seen in a day. The expectations are to be professional and get the job done, but it's not to overkill you. You got 15 minutes with this patient. No. That is not the expectation. The expectation that you do the job and you do the job right, and that you keep the patient safe. And the interview just made me feel great. It made me feel like, wow, this is going to be a great place to start, a good learning step. I'll be there for at least 2 years. And so I want to get all of the foundation possible to make this work for me. I don't think that, oh, I'm not going to be a nurse practitioner anymore, I'll just go be a nurse. No, but I do think that there are times where I'll pick up a PRN and just to get some extra cash flow if I needed it. But I think this job is going to be perfect for me. So that is the journey from nurse to nurse practitioner for me. If you want more details about what school I went to, what I did with the schooling that was offered, and how I got the clinical positions that I was able to get, the interview processes, what questions to ask now that I know, what questions not to ask or what not to waste your time on stressing, I can answer those for you. If you're a nurse and you've been a nurse for a long time and you're deciding if you want to become a nurse practitioner, there are multiple types of nurse practitioners. I chose acute care, adult gerontology route, and I think that that's going to work for me because I do not like children. I did not want to have to deal with any children through school. Strictly adults is where I stand. So let me correct that. I do like children. I don't like treating children. I don't like managing the care for children in a hospital or a healthcare setting. That's not for me. That's for some people, but it's not for me. So thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you're a nurse, I want you to comment, I'm a nurse. Hey, I'm a nurse. If you're a nurse practitioner, also let me know. This week I was supposed to be posting a video for my patchwork cardigan. A lot happened. I lost my grandmother. Dealing with the process of grief, I did not have time to sit down and crochet that. But the other video, someone asked me to do a tutorial on the letters and the numbers that I used for my jerseys. So I am currently on numbers, and I'm through 1 through 4 at this point, and I'm gonna work on the rest and also be posting those videos in conjunction with the patchwork cardigan soon. So stay tuned for those videos, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.